live. Hey people. Hello Capelan. Hello 12. Hello Bilal and Alex. And hello Harjot, Alan K. Kwan, Cynthia, Sanjay, Scott Briggs, and hello Megan. And hello Vivian Johnson. Yeah, it's a bit warmer today. Hello Yogi, and JK, Chris Mills. Hope you're all doing very well. I think it's only -5 right now. So definitely a bit of a heat wave compared to how it has been lately. Hey Brett Mellon. And Dave in Bangor, Maine, hello to you. So we're at Gerrard Street East. Just walking past Allen Gardens. And as you can see, still have lots of snow. Hey, Whitby dude. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I think over the next couple of days the temperature is supposed to go above 0 for the first time in a while. So we'll probably get some melting snow and some slush and puddles. All that fun stuff. Scott Briggs, yeah, I saw on the news about the storm. How Long Island was sort of like the epicenter of the storm as it passed up through the northeast. And I think Massachusetts got slammed also. 1212, hello. Hey Davey Bukaj, how's it going? Do you live in Nassau or Suffolk, Scott? So I thought I'd sort of do a sort of circular route here. And everything goes according to plan. The stream will end at the same place it began. But I'll try to walk through some little spots that maybe I don't show too often, especially during live streams. Hey Rhonda Lloyd. You're in Nassau, yeah. And hello Colleen. So yeah, it's pretty bright out here. Of course, all this white snow everywhere tends to be a bit blinding sometimes. Hey Goldilocks, how's it going? 13 inches, yeah, that's a fair amount for sure. There's the old O'Connell Lodge. I think that place has changed its name on more than one occasion. Yeah, the infamous Hooker Harvey's just behind me.
Hello!
Hello? Sanjay in Kingston, $1.49 super sticker. Well, thank you very much, Sanjay. Hope all is well in Kingston. It's a very nice city. I've been there before. If I had to live in a smaller city in Ontario, or even in all of Canada, Kingston would definitely be on that list. Smaller cities. Yeah, you avoided the power outages, that's good. That's always a drag. I've been lucky where I live in my apartment. I think in 11 years of living there, there's only been a couple of times when my power went out, and it was only out for minutes. So I've been pretty lucky, because there have been some big storms in Toronto. There was an ice storm some years back, and some other wind storms of that, things of that nature, where some people were without power for days. Like people in the city. I think I'll cut through part of the Ryerson campus up ahead here. For a second I thought I was going to go in that way, but then I thought, no, I'm going to go down this other way, a bit further up. Mike Landry, $10. Hello, Ken. Atlantic Canada, quite a dumping of snow. Yeah, I saw that on the news also, Mike. 2 hours to clear the driveway. Wow. Doesn't sound like fun at all. Thank you very much for the $10, Mike Landry. Hope you get all dug out and get back inside all warm and cozy. Ryerson, yep. Your dad went here, did he? Frozen power lines, that'll do it. The ice storm in Toronto, I think it was in 2013. That was the reason why so much of the city lost power. Saw like electric boxes exploding and things of that nature. Can I go through here? I'm trying to find nooks and crannies, since I have that in the title, right? I would say this is either a nook or a cranny. My street is sort of getting cleared a little bit. I noticed today some of the snowbanks are gone, but some others are still there. It's funny that they just didn't do it all at once, but it's better than nothing. Hey, the Martells, how's it going? Rev View, yeah, it's a good day for a walk. I think tomorrow's going to be another good day. I think Might even be above freezing tomorrow and on Tuesday. Oh, did I show this? There's an awesome view here. Of the aura rising from behind a mound of snow. I think that's kind of cool. Hey, Michelle Gray, how's it going? Alright, now we're going to emerge out here onto Gould Street. If I can get through here. I don't know if there's a opening on the side. Oh, there is. Okay. Still walking through the heart of the Ryerson campus. And it does seem kind of quiet, I guess you could say. I mean, there's people about, but there's sort of a subdued quality to the atmosphere. I think it's guaranteed that we'll see some pigeons, Tom Seeley. And I'm wearing a much warmer glove on my gimbal holding hand today, so I shouldn't have any problems with my hand freezing into a frozen claw. It's kind of a big bulky glove, but it does the job. I think this rink is called the Devonian Pond or something like that. Yeah, there's lots of famous Canadians there across the way. I think I've shown them before. You can see John Candy, Bucky St. Marie, Leonard Cohen, David Suzuki, Oscar Peterson. Yeah, I don't know, Dwayne Gretzky. Yeah, everyone just calls it the Ryerson Pond. I saw on one of the maps that I used to mark my routes, it actually has a name. Kind of a neat view looking straight up Victoria Street. I know, where's Rush, right? At least put Getty. You can't put all the Rush guys. Or Neil, right? Let's honor Neil. He's no longer with us. I've never been to the Ryerson bookstore, but I imagine it's probably pretty decent. It's a pretty big university. think it has something like 40,000 students or so. So you wanted to see pigeons? Well, here you go. We found some pigeons. And we found Yonge Street. Right. And just up ahead there is Dundas Square. We've been through there many times before, so I think I won't be visiting Dundas Square on this live stream. You can't overdo it, right? I mean, you gotta let people miss things a little bit before you go back to them again. I'm not heading to the Lake Allen. I'm going to be kind of circling around the more northerly part of downtown. Right, here's Elm Street. It's a nice little stretch here with some charming restaurants and nice historic buildings. Nicola, you missed Toronto? Ah yes, well maybe this year you can finally come back to the city. I think by spring of this year things will be a lot better. This is St. George's Hall. It's a nice, beautiful old building. Founded in 1908. Open Bob, nope, no truckers honking here in Toronto. And I'm glad of that. What a racket. I was watching some live streams of the rally in downtown Ottawa, and holy moly, people who live around there must be going out of their minds. The local walktuber in Ottawa, Ottawalks, his channel blew up. Like, incredibly. I don't even know what it's at now. Before the trucker rally, his channel had about 2,700 subscribers. And as of last night, after a couple days of live streaming, his channel had blown up to 40,000 or so subscribers. I just wonder if after this is all over, if all those new subscribers will continue to watch his regular content, right? Because normally he just walks around Ottawa doing the walk tubing thing. Quiet walks, he doesn't really narrate. So it'll be curious to see if his channel maintains all the traffic he's been getting. Crossing Bay Street. There's the Condo Canyon. And down there is the financial district. People talking about WKRP in Cincinnati. We're walking through the sort of hospital area downtown, Hospital Row. Tamara G, hello to you. It's nice to see someone watching from Italy. Toronto has a huge Italian community. Maybe you know that. There's 2 little Italys in the city. And there's also a huge Italian suburban area north of the city called Woodbridge. Lonnie Anderson, yeah. I kind of, I mean, I like Lonnie Anderson, of course, but I also thought that other woman with the glasses was really attractive, like, even more so maybe than Lonnie Anderson. Bailey, I think her name was on the show. This is going back to my childhood, trying to remember. Baby, if you'd ever wondered whatever became of me, I'm living on the air in Cincinnati. Well, I got a copyright strike for singing a TV show theme song. Yeah, her name was Bailey, right? Jan Smithers. See, I didn't even know what her real name was. Hey, Philadelphia walks. Harjot's all right. I enjoy having Harjot in the chat. So if you're lurking, Harjot, hello. Come out and say hi. I saw you earlier. We're coming up to University Avenue. Hey, watching a movie, that sounds good. Family movie time, that's always fun. Snowy median here. And I see Jim Martin in the chat. Hello, Jim Martin. Cynthia Martinez. Gotta tell you, walking around with my hand all warm and cozy is quite the game changer. Doesn't feel the slightest bit cold. Now if only I could get my nose to stop running. Then I will have conquered winter live streams. And also, phone battery is dying much quicker. That's the only other thing I guess I have to conquer. Because apparently, even though I have my power bank, if I plug in my power bank in freezing temperatures, it doesn't really do a good job of charging up the phone out in the cold. Kind of have to be in a warmer environment in order for the phone to start charging again. So maybe I could plug in my power bank right at the beginning of the stream while the phone is still fully charged. That might be an idea. Alan K. Kwan, it's a possibility. Here's Murray Street. This is one of those streets that no one ever cares about or takes note of. It's not very interesting, that's probably why. I think I have walked down there at least once before in a video. Yes, thank you, Alex. That's right. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit every button, hit all the buttons. Walking lady fell down. Oh no, is that in her video? I hope she's okay. Yeah, the sidewalks here are clear. They're like dry even. Hey, Epic Plays, how you doing? You joined a few minutes ago. Well, thank you very much for checking out the stream, Epic Plays. We're just coming to the end of Elm Street here. And this is McCall. And this person was nice enough to let me cross. Thank you. Trying to get my gimbal to turn around. There we go. And there's a nice view looking straight down at the CN Tower. Go. Today is the day to relax for a lot of people. I know some people are out working as usual on Sunday, but thankfully for me it's a free day to do whatever I like, which is oftentimes nothing. As you know, I usually stream on Saturdays, but yesterday was just really cold, like just blah. I was like, I'm not really in the mood to go out in that, so when I saw today was going to be a bit warmer, I just thought, yeah, I will stream on Sunday. That's crazy, Alex. Ottawaks must be like freaking out. This is just a little alleyway here that goes behind some of the buildings in Baldwin Village. So I'm just going to go around and then we'll walk back down the other way through Baldwin Village. Whoa, and here's a whole pack of pigeons. Look at this. It's the pigeon motherlode. It's the flock of all flocks. Trenton Terrace. Yeah, that was a neat little street, right? Megan told me about that. She loves Parkdale and all things Parkdale. I think she would like to live on that street. And also the other street I showed her, Melbourne Place. I think she said she'd like to live on that one, actually. That one I found when I was nosing around about cool Parkdale places. She told me about Trenton Terrace. Hey, out and about with yours truly, Lizzo. Yeah, the pigeons look like they were eating, actually. I guess somebody sprinkled some seed down. Yeah, he had more people, Ottawaks had more people watching his live stream than Johnny did on New Year's Eve. Johnny, I think, hit 16,000 people watching, which was amazing. Like, he demolished his previous streaming record. And I think Ottawaks had like 20,000 people watching at one point. Hey, William Birmingham, how you doing? Alex, that might happen, right? However, like I was saying earlier, obviously the reason why his channel is blowing up is because of the whole trucker, can't even talk, the whole trucker thing happening. So once that's over, I think he'll notice his channel suddenly goes back down to what it was before, in terms of views anyway. And we'll see how many of those subscribers stick around, or if they just sort of are empty subscribers. So this is Baldwin Village. I think I came here not all that long ago, or came through here. Yeah, Yogi, I was looking at some of the comments, and yeah, this whole thing is both a good thing and a bad thing for his channel. I mean, obviously it's awesome in terms of exposure and new subscribers and all that, but you also don't want your channel to be associated too much with potentially unsavory type activity. Now we're back out on McCall Street again. Hey Susan Young, how's it going? Happy Lunar New Year! Haha! That's right, use those caps, Susan, use those caps. There's no Nightbot here. Hey, Mike's unboxing reviews. How are things in the UK? Whereabouts are you? Slightly warmer? Yeah. We are still a bit on the chilly side here. Ottawa is not in Toronto. No, Ottawa is the capital city of Canada. It's in Ontario, the same province as Toronto, but it's about a 5-hour drive northeast of Toronto, right on the border with Quebec. And it's a fairly major city, has over 1 million people. Toronto is the provincial capital of Ontario, but Ottawa is the federal capital of all of Canada. Down McCall. $3 Okay, I think over the next couple of days here in Toronto we're going to get back up to around that temperature. Things are finally going to warm up a bit. It's been so cold here the last couple of weeks. I think we've only had one day that went above 0. That's why all this snow is still here. Normally after a snowfall the temperature goes above 0 within the next few days and it all melts. Well, it hasn't happened this time. Yeah, it's slow going for sure, Susan, with all the snow removal. Yeah, I think Monday and Tuesday we'll see a lot of melting. And of course with that comes big slushy puddles and all that sloppy gunk. But you gotta take the bad with the good. And vice versa. Here's College Street. Where is Nightbot? He's hanging out on Johnny's stream. You're looking forward to the melting part? So am I. So am I. I'm looking over to the winter being over part. That's the part I'm looking forward to. Alright, let's cut through part of the University of Toronto campus here. This is King's College Road. It's -10 in the northern GTA. Wow. It's quite a bit colder than downtown. Feels like summer. That's a bit of a stretch, but hey, we can always dream. Mike's unboxing? No, I never have. I have seen his channel before though. I remember a few years ago I came across his channel. I don't even think I'd recognize him if I walked right past him. It's quite icy around here. And muddy too. How can there be ice and mud in one spot? Steve Meeker at $2. You'll need extra dry socks when the snow melts. I will, Steve. Thank you very much. I definitely will. Slush and dry socks are two things that do not go together, especially with leaky shoes or boots. Do I wear long johns? Yes, I'm wearing long johns right now, actually. And pants as well. I'm not wearing just long johns walking around. Although that would be kind of cool if I did, right? Yeah, there's lots of beautiful old buildings here on the U of T campus. This one we're walking past is Convocation Hall. Oh, is that true, Megan? Yeah? Yeah, Mean Girls was shot all over the Toronto area, right? I think Sherway Gardens Mall was also used in the movie. And boom, just like that, we get a skyline view. It's the north end of downtown. Yeah, pants are the same as trousers. I'm wearing jeans, to be precise. Blue jeans. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, blue jean. I just met a girl with blue jean. Steve Mikra, did you send another super chat for $2? Or is that a glitch repeating thing? If that's the case, well, thank you once again, Steve Mikra, for another $2. I haven't watched Mean Girls in probably like over 10 years. So all these details are a bit foggy to me. And I think I only watched it one time, actually. Okay. I was just wondering if that was a glitch or something. This is King's College. The wind seems rather light right now, Jim Martin, so it's not so bad. Megan Sandor. Alright, we can put it on the list. I think there are some other movies I suggested before, though. Hey, Danny Caman, €5. Don't get lost in moose warts. Thanks very much, Danny, for the super chat. And yeah, I think I finally know my way around moose warts here, after coming through here a number of times. Beautiful old university college. That's very moose wartsy looking right there. And Alan K. Kwan, $6.99. Let's kickstart the Sunday Burrito Fund. Yes, thank you very much, Alan K. Kwan. Sunday burritos. Can't go wrong with a Sunday burrito. Monk, I remember that. I think I watched a little bit of that show. I didn't like get hardcore into it though. Who is my Draco? Maybe it's the walking man dude. Oh, that guy. We're walking underneath Queen's Park Crescent West. Hello, Clayton. Hello, hello. And Jacqueline Wilson, $4.99 super sticker. Well, thank you so much, Jacqueline. It's always a pleasure to have you in the chat and to see your lovely comments on my videos. Oh, this person's letting me cross. Thank you. Here's Wellesley Street. This is where Wellesley Street begins. And it goes all the way east into Cabbagetown. And here's the backside of the Ontario Legislature, known as Queen's Park. And Queen's Park itself is right here. Hey, is my sister here? Hello, Melissa. All right. It's been a while since you've caught one of my live streams. Hope things are okay back in Vancouver. It was awesome seeing you here in Toronto recently. Melissa came to Toronto for a few days. It's rainy and cold, yeah. Well, look at all the snow we still have, Melissa. It hasn't melted yet. It's still here. Because it's been cold. It hasn't been warm enough for it to melt. I think tomorrow it's finally going to start warming up. Vivian Johnson, $27.99. If the snow melts too fast, you may need boots. A bit of help to get some. Well, thank you. Thank you very, very much, Vivian. Yeah, I do need some proper winter boots that are capable of keeping the wetness out. The ones I'm wearing now are alright, but they're not real winter boots. They're more like work boots. And somehow water gets in sometimes. So thank you so much for that very kind super chat, Vivian. Yeah, Melissa brought the snow. She made it snow. She came here from Vancouver and then boom, a big blizzard all of a sudden manifested itself with her presence. Hey, Kevin Frederick, how's it going? Yes, Vivian is very generous, yes. Zelda's happy? Well, that's awesome. Hey, Joe's Crayons, yeah. Yeah, the park looks pretty nice actually with all the snow because it's still white. Unlike in the streets where all the snow has turned all brown and dirty and gross and crusty. There's no point in having snow in a city when it gets all gross and disgusting. But in the park here, yeah, it's quite beautiful. Michelle Gray, $10 towards to any fund that you want to put this. Thanks as always for the great videos and streams. Well, thank you so much, Michelle. I'll definitely put that towards one of the funds. Add it to the burrito fund. Hello, Thomas. How are you doing? I hope you're enjoying the walk through snowy Toronto. I hope you keep on watching my videos and enjoying them. Most of the snow princess. She's the ice queen. Barrett, you're enjoying the walk from East Van. Awesome. Kevin, yeah, it's quite a bit less mind-numbingly cold today. When the wind isn't blowing, it's actually very pleasant. However, it is still cold enough to make my nose run. That's my only complaint. If it wasn't for the runny nose, this would be absolute perfection. Fat Tony, am I headed to Ottawa? You mean walking? I should get there in about 2 weeks if I start walking now. That's true, Ian. The only honking here is from angry motorists cutting each other off and things of that nature. And car honking is a lot less, you know, ear splitting than those huge big rig horns. Those things are ridiculous. So we're still walking through part of the U of T campus here. I can see the CN Tower through the trees. Those trees can't hide the tower. They're trying. Put some Kleenex up my nose. I'm sure that would work, but then again, I'd be walking around out in public with Kleenex sticking out of my nose. Is your nose running? Yeah. Well, you better go catch it. A tiny Tinkerbell. Oh, the plant. Yeah, Melissa. Well, I'm glad you got that thing back to the house. When Melissa was in town, I went with her to go buy some fake plants. And she liked this big giant one that was like a tree, the size of a tree. And man, what a task that was, trying to get that back to her house in an Uber or a taxi, because apparently transporting a giant tree across town in an Uber or a taxi is frowned upon apparently by a lot of the drivers. They're not too fond of transporting giant trees. Are Toronto motorists good? Well, I would have to say not so much. I mean, downtown, where there's lots of pedestrian and cyclists, they are very mindful because they have to be. But at the same time, there's lots of hostility between cyclists and motorists, and between motorists towards each other. So there's lots of angry confrontations, lots of beeping. Yeah, it can be a bit much sometimes. I was thinking I'd walk down Charles Street. There's the ROM. Royal Ontario Museum. That's true. It's all relative, right, John O'Meara? I'd say by Canadian standards, Toronto drivers are aggressive and hostile, but compared to some other places around the world, they're probably quite accommodating and respectful. I just know that a lot of people who try to drive around downtown Toronto just pull their hair out with frustration. What's the ROM? It's the Royal Ontario Museum. It's the largest museum in the city. Sort of like a natural history museum combined with a bit of an art museum. It's where you go to see all the big giant dinosaur skeletons and things like that, and all the Egyptian exhibits. And it's pretty huge. You could get lost in there and wander around for hours if you're visiting for the first time. Hey, Falcom Scott. Hello, hello, and yes, January is almost over. Now we just have to get through February. Yes, John O'Meara. They have all kinds of amazing collections in there. This is the biggest, snowiest winter we've had in probably 15 years. Starting from the middle of January on, it's been very cold and very snowy. Before that, it was actually not much at all. Barely any snow. Somewhat mild temperatures. And then bam! Winter just hit us like a sledgehammer. I guess it had to happen eventually, right? After 15 years, I guess we were due for a good walloping of winter. Walloping winter! So here's 1 St. Thomas. It's a very luxurious residential building. So we're sort of walking along the southern end of the Bloor-Yorkville area here. Yorkville is north of Bloor. Tom Celia, I think I passed the Whitney block already after we passed through Queen's Park. That is one of my favorite old buildings downtown. The tower sort of reminds me of the building from Ghostbusters, the first Ghostbusters movie. Scott, I just go to the grocery store and buy a few things at a time, like maybe enough for a day or two, and then I just go back and get more when I need them, because I have a bunch of different grocery stores all surrounding my apartment building, so there's always one nearby no matter what direction I'm coming from or going to, and they're all within a 10-minute walk of my building. I think about half a dozen of them. And they're back at Bay Street. You heard it is haunted, Tom? Yeah? Well, the old tower is abandoned. It can't be used because it doesn't meet current requirements for occupancy, modern day regulations and things of that nature. What is my favorite fruit, Melissa? I would have to say banana. I buy bananas regularly. I always have bananas. I use them for my smoothies, and also I just like to eat them. Rev View, yeah, the original Ghostbusters is heads and tails above all the other Ghostbusters movies. So we're continuing along Charles Street. Here's the Brutalist Manulife Center. I've always liked this building. It's just so hulking. Hey Ida, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Have I ever made a frozen berries smoothie? I don't think so. I have made smoothies with berries, like blueberries and, well, just blueberries, I guess. Now we're coming back to Yonge Street again. So we're kind of going in a big circle, more or less. And I was saying earlier, I'll probably end the stream at the very same place that I started it. That's always kind of fun to do. And boom, we're on Yonge Street for about 30 seconds. I'll let this person go. Whoa, okay there, pal. Slow down. This person like turning the corner like he does not see me when I'm clearly standing in the middle of the crosswalk. Tom Seeley, yeah. I mean, I have no desire to try to negotiate the city in a car. Getting around on foot is so much more pleasant and so much more convenient, at least to me anyway. Let's look south down Yonge Street. Hello Natty in Mexico. Yeah, that person earlier, like, they literally saw I was obviously walking through the crosswalk, but yet they still barreled around the corner as if I didn't exist. Like, what are you thinking? Are you just an idiot? Oh, I know, Falcom. That's been on the news constantly here for the last few days. And there's some live streamers in Ottawa who've been covering it. Yeah, you missed a bad driver, Alex. But that's nothing new. There'll be plenty more, I'm sure. Needle drop box. This area here can be a little bit dodgy. They had to close down a park I just passed by, actually, because it got a little bit out of hand. So this is Charles Street. This is like a mix of beautiful old apartment buildings and historic townhomes, but then it's also been completely transformed by huge condo towers over the last 10 years. Almost all these buildings are pretty new, all these towering condo buildings. And there's more on the way. There's another one rising right here. That'll be another very tall building. And across the street, another one. Hey, Kathleen. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. For this new building here, there was another apartment building here, a high-rise apartment building built in the 1960s, I think, and it was torn down to make way for a new condo building. So that's where Toronto is these days, where already existing high-rise buildings are being demolished and replaced with even taller high-rise buildings. Clayton, yeah. Hey, Stephen T, hello. Here's Church Street. So now we're back on the east side of downtown again. Started on the east side and went to the west side, and now we're back on the east side. Night of the Comet. I remember that movie. Yeah, see, we've got 177 people. So hello to everyone who I haven't said hello to yet. If you're enjoying the stream, and yeah, if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you enjoy watching my streams and videos, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Why the heck not? I might hit 7,000 subscribers sooner than I thought. I think I'm already less than 300 subscribers away from hitting 7,000. I'll probably hit 10,000 before the end of the year for sure. Maybe by the end of the summer. That would be good. These are some nice condo buildings here. They kind of look a bit like the Toronto Dominion Centre office buildings downtown in the financial district. And I've been inside this one before. I have a friend who lives in this building. I shot a video actually from the balcony showing the view. It's one of my older videos. Well, not that old, from I think near the end of the summer in 2021. The views were amazing. We've emerged onto Jarvis Street. Chuck Diamond, Toronto got a ton of snow. Got like, I think 36 centimeters in the downtown core, and then over 40 centimeters in some other parts of the city, and even I think close to 50 centimeters in some other areas.
Yeah, right.
Street named after Jarvis from Iron Man. Maybe they could rededicate it to that guy, because I think the original Jarvis that the street is named after is going to get cancelled, so just like Dundas Street, right? Almost 100 likes, awesome. Thanks, Falcom, for the update. Inches to centimeters, yeah. I grew up in the era when it was still common to use inches in Canada, and then when metric became the standard, so I learned both systems basically, so I can just switch between them effortlessly. I know inches and centimeters and meters and feet and kilometers and miles and all that stuff. I just happened to grow up at the right time to get both of those things drilled into my head. on Isabella Street. That dog was wearing little booties. That's good to see. I saw another dog being walked the other day, and it was very cold, and he kept lifting his feet up and sort of shaking them around, obviously because his feet were freezing. And I was like, dude, your dog's feet are like going to freeze to death here. Get him some doggy boots. You stayed at the Holiday Inn on Jarvis, yeah? Yeah, I've been in that building before, in that hotel. Visiting some friends who are visiting me. This is Huntley Street. It's just a nice residential side street here, with the behemoth-like Rogers head office behind it. I can't say I'm a fan of this Rogers building. It just looks gaudy to me. Stephen T, yeah, I think those were inspired by the TD Center. I just mentioned that a little earlier. It's an interesting shade of blue there. You don't see that too often. So this neighborhood is called Upper Jarvis. So this is another nook or cranny that I thought I'd check out. I like to at least keep my titles at least somewhat accurate to the walk that I that I take. Yeah, that's right. As of tomorrow, current restrictions will be lifted, not completely. There will still be capacity limits, but restaurants will allow indoor dining again at 50% capacity. Movie theaters will be open again, and I assume other venues like museums and things of that nature. And you'll even be allowed to eat snacks and drink pop in the theater. Well, isn't that a novel concept? That's ridiculous though, Alex. 500 people in the Scotiabank Arena. It should be 50%, right? Like 500 people in a 18,000 seat arena. What's the point? If everything else is 50%, then so should the arenas. I think everything should just be back to full capacity. That's just my opinion, but what do I know? I don't know. I'm just some guy walking around with a phone on a gimbal. Ew, all these snowbanks are covered in dog pee. Ew. Don't eat the yellow snow. Don't eat the yellow snow. Hey, Schnurt Chick, how's it going? Look at this one. Was this just like a dog pee convention here? How many dogs live around here? Nicola, well, hopefully. And as far as I know, I've never walked down this street before in my entire life. So here we go. First time. And I can see this new development here. Two-legged dogs. So this is Selby Street. So this is the street that this building is named after. This red condo building here, which is actually a very nice building. It's not a condo, actually. This is a rental apartment building. And it's called the Selby. And I quite like the looks of it. It doesn't have protruding balconies like so many residential buildings do in the city. It's very sleek, and it stands out very nicely given that it's red. Mike Landry, $5. Have a great evening, Ken and everyone. Well, thank you very much again, Mike Landry, for another super chat. And yes, it's been a pleasure having you. I hope you enjoyed the stream as we emerge onto Sherbourne Street. And these old homes are, I think, being incorporated into a new tower that's going to be rising here on this site. Here you can get a better look at the Selby. Very sleek building. So that's just a rental apartment building, as I mentioned. Not a condo. Yes, dear. And what the heck is going on here? Snow melting from street? Not yet. It's still too cold. I think tomorrow, though. Starting tomorrow, we'll see some melting. ENF? Yeah, I mean, I watched a little bit of Ottawak's stream just because it was such a spectacle. But there's only so much constant honking and yelling that you can take, at least in my case anyway. And it's like, okay, I've had enough. I'll check back later. We're walking south on the infamous Sherbourne Street. This part of Sherbourne isn't really anything to worry about as far as I'm concerned. This is St. Jamestown on that side. Hey, high fiver. Yeah, I was watching his stream yesterday and the day before. He had like 20K people watching. Falcom, I have a feeling we'll probably get a few more snowfalls in February, but nothing like, obviously, like this big giant dump we had. Just more typical smaller snowfalls. But I hope we get some rain also to melt away some of this stuff. Yeah, the Isabella Hotel, I've always thought that was a neat little spot. Look into St. Jamestown, the most densely populated neighborhood in Canada, and even in North America, or one of them. Well, I guess Halifax got some of that nice nor'easter action, right? I think Mike Landry was saying he got buried in snow. He lives in New Brunswick. Our Lady of Lords. Yeah, the super chats pouring in during his stream are just too much for him to even acknowledge. They just fly by. And he just says things like, thanks for the supers, guys. You know, sorry I can't acknowledge everyone. CHNG 234, I know. It's been a good 15 years since there's been this much snow right in the heart of the city. Clayton, I don't think so. I don't think Johnny's been out on his bike since winter set in. No, that's not true. There's a number of people walking around right now. It is cold. It is winter. This is Sherbourne Street. It is Sunday. There are other parts of the city where you'll see a lot more people walking around. How's winter in North Bay this year? Well, I imagine it's pretty typical. I haven't been there obviously since last fall. Whenever it was, when did I go there? Was it in the fall? But winters in North Bay are typically quite cold and snowy. Big snowbanks like this are the norm in North Bay. 30-centimeter snowfalls are not very uncommon there. They don't happen regularly, of course, but they do happen. Here's the closest Domino's pizza to my apartment, and I have never been here. I've never ordered from here, and they have these good deals sometimes, and I think I should get Domino's, but it's been 11 years and I haven't done it yet. Vivian Johnson, well, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed the walk. We're almost at the end of the live stream, so you won't be missing much after this. So thank you once again for the super chat and for all your kind comments and your ongoing support. It's very much appreciated. Procrastination is an art form. I know, 11 years and no dominoes. Can you believe it? And that location is close enough to my place that I could walk there in about 15 minutes. I do like the frozen pizza, I have to admit. I mean, the Delicio brand, you know, it's good. It's good stuff. Oh, looks like this old medical office building might be going goodbye to make way for a 39-story residential building. Yeah, I've tried Pizza Nova. I've tried most of the popular chains in the city that are kind of local to the city. Like Pizza Yo-Yo, or however you say it. Pizza Nova. Mother's Pizza, it's another one. Pizzaville. Fresca. I tried Batondo's, which is a cool old school pizza place in Little Italy. And north of Brooklyn, it's another local chain. I think they might have expanded out of the city a bit. I'm not sure. They're mainly a Toronto thing. They're good. And Blondie's Pizza, it's another one. That's at Ossington, the Ossington neighborhood. Papa John's. There's a Papa John's literally 2-minute walk from my apartment building, and I finally tried it just recently, on my birthday actually. Megan ordered me Papa John's for my birthday. Because I was just curious to try it out, as I'd never tried it before. Yeah, I've had Boston pizza many times before I even moved to Toronto. Hey Clayton, alright, are you checking out? Glad you could stop by. Carlton Street. Let's watch everybody get on the streetcar. We've had pizza in Boston, but never Boston pizza. Boston Pizza, funny enough, is a Canadian chain started in Edmonton, and it has nothing to do with Boston whatsoever. I guess they just figured in Edmonton that pizza from Boston sounded like it would be good without any reason to think that, and so they thought, let's name it Boston Pizza. Sounds better than Edmonton Pizza. So I don't think Boston has a reputation for being home to its own good brand of pizza or anything like that, unlike New York or Chicago. Hey, good evening in... Is that NI? Mark MW, good evening. Hey, Sean Desmond. Yeah, we're just walking past Allen Gardens again. So, as you can see, we're kind of coming back to where we began. We've gone full circle. Boston sounds exotic. That's true, John O'Meara. Oh, Northern Ireland. I was trying to remember what NI was. That's right. Northern Ireland. Hello, hello, Mark. My sister Melissa lived in Northern Ireland for a little while. In Belfast. I don't know if she's still in the chat or not. I remember she would call me up from Belfast and tell me all about it. There's a nice shot of the financial district. And you can sort of make out the CN Tower, kind of half blocked by the Massey Tower condominium. Do they have Unos? I think so. Stephen T, yeah. There's lots of local pizza places here in Toronto too, but Toronto just never really developed a local brand that got solidified as being Toronto style, you know? There's tons of local pizza places though, like more than you can shake a stick at. And lots of them are really good. But not one of them stood out as being, this is the definitive Toronto style pizza. So Toronto is not known for its pizza. But you can definitely find great pizza here. So this is where we began. Big Slice, yeah. I used to go there somewhat regularly actually. It was pretty close to my apartment. So thank you everyone. I'm going to end the stream here right at the same place where we started it. So I hope you enjoyed the kind of big circle around the mostly northern end of downtown. Thank you everyone for all your awesome comments. And thanks to the mods for doing an awesome job as usual. It's good to see my sister here. It's been a while. And thank you everyone who super chatted and sent super stickers as well. I'm very touched by your generosity. And I'm glad you could join me on a Sunday. So keep an eye out for my regular videos. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then why not go ahead and do that? That'll be your good deed for the day. So I'll see you all next time. And until then, I will continue. Have a great day, everyone.